Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're going to explore the captivating life of Harpo Marx, the silent member of the legendary Marx Brothers comedy team. With his signature horn honking, outrageous antics, and endearing on-screen presence, Harpo has become a beloved figure in American entertainment history. Born Adolph Marx on November 23, 1888, in New York City's Upper East Side, Harpo was the fourth of five surviving sons to Sam and Minnie Marx, Jewish immigrants from Germany. The Marx family lived in a small, cramped tenement apartment on East 93rd Street, where the sounds of laughter, music, and argumentative debates filled the air. Young Adolph, later renamed Harpo, grew up surrounded by the vibrant cultural landscape of New York City's immigrant communities, where music, theater, and comedy thrived in every tenement and theater. As a child, Harpo was enchanted by the world of vaudeville, often sneaking into the local theater to watch performances by traveling troupes. He'd sit in the balcony, mesmerized by the colorful costumes, daring acrobats, and charismatic performers who seemed to defy gravity and logic. The Marx family's apartment became a hub for creative expression, with Harpo's parents encouraging their sons' artistic pursuits as a way to bring joy and escape to their humble lives. Harpo's older brothers, Leonard Chico and Julius Groucho, would often put on makeshift shows in their apartment, with Harpo eagerly participating as a young boy. These impromptu performances, fueled by imagination and mischief, laid the groundwork for the Marx brothers' future success. The Marx family's early years were marked by financial struggles and frequent relocations, but also by a strong sense of camaraderie and creative expression. Harpo's mother, Minnie, played a pivotal role in nurturing her sons' artistic talents, sewing costumes and helping them rehearse their acts. She'd often take the boys on walks through Central Park, pointing out the street performers and musicians who added to the city's vibrant tapestry. The brothers' individual personalities began to emerge during this period, with Chico developing his charming, cunning persona, Groucho honing his quick wit, and Harpo discovering his unique blend of physical comedy and gentle vulnerability. As the Marx brothers grew older, they began to develop their skills as entertainers, with Harpo learning to play the harp, an instrument that would become an iconic part of his act. He'd practice for hours on end, his fingers moving deftly over the strings, as he coaxed out beautiful, ethereal sounds. The family's economic situation improved slightly when Sam Marx opened his own tailor shop on East 1/6th Street, but the brothers' true passion remained in the world of show business. By his early teens, Harpo was already performing in local talent shows and amateur nights, earning praise for his comedic timing and agility. He'd often incorporate his harp playing into these performances, using the instrument to add a touch of elegance and sophistication to his antics. The turn of the 20th century saw the rise of vaudeville as a major force in American entertainment, with traveling circuits and theaters sprouting up across the country. The Marx brothers, eager to make their mark, began to develop their own unique brand of comedy, blending witty banter, physical humor, and musical talents. Harpo's silent, pantomime-style antics would eventually become a hallmark of the team's act, but during these early years, he was still finding his voice, literally and figuratively. He'd often experiment with different characters and accents, using his expressive face and body language to convey emotions and tell stories. As the Marx family navigated the challenges of urban life, they faced numerous setbacks, including poverty, illness, and personal struggles. Yet, through it all, their love of performance and creative expression remained a constant source of comfort and inspiration. Harpo's formative years were shaped by the vibrant cultural landscape of New York City's immigrant communities, where music, theater, and comedy thrived in every tenement and theater. It was within this dynamic, often chaotic environment that Harpo Marx began to forge his own path, one that would ultimately lead him to become an international star, beloved for his gentle humor, stunning harp playing, and unforgettable on-screen presence. In the evenings, the Marx family would gather around the piano, singing and playing music together. Minnie would sing traditional German folk songs, while Sam would accompany her on the accordion. The brothers would join in, their voices blending together in harmony as they sang popular tunes of the day. These impromptu concerts, filled with laughter and joy, helped to foster a sense of closeness and camaraderie within the family. They also instilled in Harpo a deep love of music and performance, which would stay with him throughout his life. As the Marx Brothers' vaudeville act gained momentum, they embarked on an extensive tour throughout the United States and Canada, performing in numerous theaters and music halls that were a testament to the era's grandeur. The ornate decorations, plush seats, and dimly lit aisles of these venues provided the perfect backdrop for Harpo's unique blend of physical comedy and harp playing, which continued to captivate audiences with its mesmerizing charm. His ability to convey emotions and tell stories without speaking had become a hallmark of his performances, leaving spectators in awe of his pantomime skills. In 1911, the brothers joined the prestigious Orpheum Circuit, a vaudeville circuit that showcased top talent from around the world, including renowned performers like Charlie Chaplin and W.C. Fields. This exposure helped them refine their act, and they soon became known for their zany antics, witty banter, and exceptional musical talents, which were expertly woven together to create a truly unique brand of comedy. As they traveled from city to city, they honed their craft, incorporating new material and perfecting their timing, much like a fine-tuned machine. One notable performance took place on February 17, 1915, at the iconic Palace Theater in New York City, where the Marx Brothers debuted their new act, Home Again. The show was a massive hit, with Harpo's harp playing and pantomime skills receiving rave reviews from critics and audiences alike. His ability to convey emotions and tell stories without speaking had become a hallmark of his performances, and he continued to push the boundaries of physical comedy, often incorporating everyday objects into his routines, such as umbrellas, hats, and even bicycles. As Harpo's star rose, so did his confidence, and he began to take on more prominent roles in the act. His brothers, Groucho and Chico, would often play the straight men to Harpo's antics, providing a perfect foil to his zany character. The Marx Brothers' success in vaudeville eventually led to opportunities in film, and in 1921, they signed with Paramount Pictures to star in their first feature-length movie, The Coconuts. Although the film was not a major commercial success, it did help establish the brothers as viable film talent, and Harpo's performance, in particular, was praised for its charm and wit. Throughout the 1920s, the Marx Brothers continued to tour and perform in vaudeville, while also pursuing film projects. In 1929, they starred in The House That Shadows Built, a Paramount Pictures short film that showcased their unique brand of comedy. Harpo's scenes in this film, which included a memorable sequence where he played the harp while riding a bicycle, demonstrated his remarkable physical agility and comedic timing, leaving audiences in stitches. As the Marx Brothers' film career gained momentum, they began to work with some of the most prominent directors and writers in Hollywood, including Norman Z. MacLeod, who would become a frequent collaborator. In 1931, they collaborated with MacLeod on Monkey Business, a film that featured Harpo's iconic mirror scene, where he mimicked the actions of Groucho, who was standing behind a mirror. This clever sequence has become one of the most beloved and enduring moments in comedy film history, showcasing Harpo's mastery of pantomime and physical comedy. The Marx Brothers' subsequent films, including Horse Feathers, 1932, and Duck Soup, 1933, cemented their status as Hollywood stars, with Harpo's performances consistently receiving critical acclaim. His harp playing, in particular, became an integral part of the team's act, and he would often incorporate it into their films, using the instrument to add a touch of elegance and sophistication to their zany antics. In Duck Soup, for example, Harpo's harp playing was used to great effect in a scene where he played a beautiful melody while surrounded by a group of lovely ladies, adding a touch of whimsy and romance to the film. In 1935, the Marx Brothers starred in A Night at the Opera, a film that many consider one of the greatest comedies of all time. Harpo's performance, which included a memorable scene where he played the harp while surrounded by a group of beautiful women, was widely praised, and the film's success helped establish the brothers as major Hollywood stars. The film's witty dialogue, clever plot twists, and physical comedy gags all came together to create a truly unforgettable cinematic experience. As Harpo's career continued to soar, He began to explore other creative outlets, including painting and writing. He was an avid artist, and his paintings, which often featured landscapes and still lifes, were highly regarded by critics and collectors. In 1937, he published his first book, Harpo Speaks, a memoir that offered a unique glimpse into the life and career of this beloved comedian. The book provided a fascinating behind-the-scenes look at the Marx brothers' rise to fame, as well as Harpo's own thoughts on comedy, creativity, and the importance of following one's passion. Throughout the 1940s and 1950s, Harpo continued to perform with his brothers, starring in films such as A Day at the Races, 1937, and Love Happy, 1949. Although their popularity waned somewhat during this period, they remained a beloved and iconic part of American comedy, and Harpo's legacy continued to inspire new generations of comedians and performers. As he looked back on his remarkable career, Harpo could take pride in knowing that he had brought joy and laughter to countless people around the world, leaving behind a lasting impact on the world of comedy. As Harpo Marx's illustrious career continued to flourish, he began to slow down in the 1950s, eventually retiring from film in 1949 after the release of Love Happy, a movie that would become a nostalgic reminder of his remarkable talent. Despite his retirement, he remained an beloved figure in American entertainment, and his legacy as a master of pantomime and physical comedy only grew, like a rich tapestry woven with threads of laughter and joy. In his later years, Harpo devoted more time to his family, who had always been his rock, and hobbies that brought him serenity, including painting and writing. He would often spend hours in his garden, surrounded by the vibrant colors of nature, as he stroked the brushes across the canvas, creating beautiful landscapes that reflected his inner peace. In 1961, Harpo published his second book, Harpo Speaks About New York, a charming and witty guide to the city he loved, which offered a unique glimpse into his perspective on the bustling metropolis. The book was a testament to his enduring love affair with New York, a city that had been his home for many years and where he had experienced some of the most significant moments of his life. As he wandered through the streets of Manhattan, Harpo would often stop at street performers, watching in awe as they juggled balls, spun plates, or played musical instruments, reminding him of his own days as a young performer, struggling to make it big. In recognition of his contributions to American comedy, Harpo was awarded a special honorary Oscar in 1974, just a year before his death. The Academy cited his versatility as an actor, musician, and mime, and his unique ability to bring joy and laughter to audiences around the world. This tribute was a fitting acknowledgement of Harpo's enduring impact on the world of comedy, a legacy that continued to inspire new generations of comedians, actors, and artists. The ceremony was attended by many of his friends and colleagues, including his brother Groucho, who would later say, "Harpo was the most innocent man I ever knew, and the most lovable," a sentiment that captured the essence of Harpo's character, which was marked by his kindness, generosity, and infectious enthusiasm. As the years went by, Harpo Marx passed away on September 28, 1964, at the age of 75, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire new generations of comedians, actors, and artists. His death was met with an outpouring of tributes from fans and fellow performers, who remembered him as a true pioneer in the art of physical comedy. The Marx Brothers films remain beloved classics, with Duck Soup and A Night at the Opera frequently cited as among the greatest comedies ever made. These movies continue to delight audiences around the world, offering a glimpse into a bygone era when comedy was raw, unbridled, and uncompromising. Today, Harpo Marx is remembered as one of the greatest comedians of all time, a true master of his craft, who left an indelible mark on American comedy and culture. His work continues to influence contemporary comedians and actors, who draw inspiration from his innovative approach to pantomime and slapstick humor. From Charlie Chaplin to Jim Carrey, many performers have cited Harpo as a major influence, and his iconic harp playing and lovable on-screen persona continue to delight audiences around the world. As we delve deeper into Harpo's life, we find a complex and multifaceted individual, driven by a passion for his craft and a desire to make people laugh. He was a man of simple tastes, who loved nothing more than to spend time with his family, play his harp, or watch a good movie. Yet, he was also a man of great depth, with a rich inner life and a profound understanding of the human condition. His comedy was not just about making people laugh. It was about connecting with them on a deeper level and reminding them of the beauty and absurdity of life. In the end, Harpo Marx's life was a testament to the power of creativity, perseverance, and kindness. His remarkable journey from humble beginnings to international stardom serves as a reminder that with hard work, determination, and a passion for one's craft, anything is possible. Harpo's story is a powerful reminder that comedy can be a powerful force for good, bringing people together and reminding them of the beauty and wonder of life. His legacy continues to inspire new generations of performers, and his work remains a testament to the power of creativity, perseverance, and kindness. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.